Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi Rachel Zerin here with a thought for Shabbat. Is holiness something that we need to go to certain places to seek out? Or is it something that we can carry with us wherever we go? This seems to be one of the underlying questions in this week's Parashat Vayetzei. While I am often mindful that the division of the Torah portions is not original to the Torah itself, I also believe that those divisions were created with intention, and sometimes there are lessons to be taught within them. For example, if we look at the way that this week's Torah portion is bookended, we find Jacob coming to a very powerful realization about where sacredness and where the divine can be found. At the opening of this week's Torah portion, as Jacob flees the home of his parents, we find him lying down in the middle of the wilderness with his head on a rock, going to sleep, having that famous dream of the angels going up and down the ladder, and he wakes up and says, "Surely this must be the house of God, Beit El," giving our synagogue its namesake, but also declaring in a way that this particular place where he lay his head must be where God resides, implying perhaps that God does not reside in other places. In contrast, by the end of our Torah portion, which we will be reading tomorrow in synagogue, Jacob encounters messengers of God on his way back to his homeland and names the place where he encounters those messengers Machanaim, the encampment of God. And of course, this prompts us to ask, what is the difference between a house and a camp? Between Beit El, the house of God, and Machanaim, the encampment of God? Well, one key difference is the idea of portability, the idea of being able to carry the divine with us. It is as if when Jacob was younger, he believed that he had to go to a certain place to seek out holiness. But as he matured, he realized that holiness was something that could be carried with him wherever he journeyed. That, I believe, is an important lesson for us as well. We can choose to seek out certain places where we find holiness, but we can also choose to carry holiness with us, to carry a sense of sacredness with us, to bring a recognition of the divine with us wherever we go. My hope as we enter this Shabbat Vayetzei is that we choose to carry that sense of the divine with us and to see the divine and the sacredness wherever we go, just as Jacob does by the end of this parasha. Shabbat Shalom.